Hey crew, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun video we're going to be back over on the Next Wave CNC machine making another Butler style tray over on the Shark CNC machine with tools today, straight carving bits. If you all remember, in a previous CNC video this year we made just a simple Butler tray, and then we made a few of those and then took them over to the laser engraver to engrave a nice logo on it. This go around I've designed a tray in the shape of the good old US of A, so just the outside silhouette of all 48 continental United States, and that is the shape of the tray we are going to be carving out. I've already got our material prepped and attached to our spool board with some wood screws here, and this material is 1 1/4 inch thick, so I've designed the file to carve down 1 inch, so it's going to be a little bit deeper than the previous CNC Butler trays we made, but it's going to take around 35 minutes according to the software here that's loaded up that's going to run the CNC machine. I just thought it would be really cool to make a project for the scroll saw on Monday, on the laser engraver on Wednesday, and then a CNC project on Friday, because tomorrow is July 4th, crew, and it is America's 250th birthday. So I pretty much wanted to make a project to represent that on all of the tools and machinery I am associated with out here in the workshop. Since everything is pretty much prepped and prepared, let's move the camera so it can get a better vantage point of me zeroing out the CNC head, and then we'll get started. And before we get started, here is a glimpse of the designing process. You can see here how the pocket carving will happen, and then the profile carving will happen, completing our CNC Butler tray. But we are going to begin by zeroing out the Next Wave CNC machine, and I'll take careful measurements here. Again, the file we are doing is going to be in the profile shape of the 48 continental United States. And I'm using a 1/4 inch Tools Today carving bit here. It is a straight bit, and I am taking 1/4 inch shallow passes here on our material. As I said, the material is 1 1/4 inch thick, and I've designed the file in the Vectric software to carve out 1 inch depth. And periodically I was coming over and cleaning up all of the sawdust, because this CNC machine does not have dust collection, but I was just periodically coming over and keeping everything as clean as possible. And obviously the footage is sped up, but it took the CNC machine around 35 minutes to completely carve this out completely, so not long at all. And while I was doing all of the work in the workshop, the CNC machine was happily carving out this Butler tray. If you guys like what you're seeing, I would highly encourage you all to subscribe to my channel and also follow me across all my social media feeds under the Artisan Pirate name. I'd really appreciate the support. I had done a test file that I'll show you at the end of the video to make sure this file worked properly on our material. But after around 35 minutes, it had hollowed out everything, and now it's doing that outside profile cut, and I left about 1/2 inch of material on it to prolong the life of the spool board. And since I'm more comfortable on the scroll saw, we'll do the final outside release cut at the Rikon scroll saw. But first, I'll jog the gantry arm away so we can take our shop vac and clean up once again. And then I'll take my Craftsman drill and we'll remove the 4 screws from the spool board. And you can see what we have made on the CNC machine. But now over here on the Rikon scroll saw, since this is thicker material, this is either a 10 or 12 reverse tooth blade. I can't remember the precise size, but it's more robust than the smaller number 5 ultra reverse tooth blade that I normally use. But as always, I am taking my time and I'm letting the blade do the work and being as loyal as I can be to the cut line. But now it'll be time for sanding, and I put the spindle on the belt sander here, and we're just going to do some flush sanding here. there will be a lot of sanding on this project due to the shape that the Butler Tray is in. It's not a traditional rectangle or square shape. But I'll go over to the Craftsman drill press and use my Klingspor Woodworking Shop sanding mop to do the initial sanding to clean up any of the leftover carving marks from the CNC machine. But then I'll load a file I picked up online. I'll load it onto the Tuka 40-watt laser engraver, and we are going to etch a patriotic American flag into the bottom of the Butler Tray. And I think I picked this file up off of Etsy. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I pick up so many files for laser and CNC and also scroll saw use. It's hard to keep track of where all of them came from. But it took around 16 minutes total to engrave the American flag, and it was very easy to line everything up now that I have the camera on the Tuka 40-watt diode laser engraver. Here is a better perspective of what was going on, and you can see I had to raise the laser head up higher than normal above the material to make sure it could get into the cavity of the tray we were engraving. But as always, I had on my safety UV goggles and the air filtration unit was running in the workshop. But after it was done, our patriotic tray was done, and it was now time for lots and lots of sanding. I'll begin the initial sanding over at my Marathon rotary tool that Sterling Davis gave me from Bearwood Supply, and I'll quickly bevel the inside of the tray so it's not as sharp. But ultimately, I decided to do lots and lots of hand sanding using good old-fashioned elbow grease. And all of the sandpaper and sanding pads I'm using here is from Klingspor Woodworking Shop. Their sandpaper lasts forever and ever. But I'm just sanding everything up here nice and smooth, getting in all of the nooks and crannies to the best of my ability. But after I'm done with the hand sanding, we'll step back over to the Craftsman drill press and give it once more of a buffing with the sanding mop. But then the CNC Butler Tray for 4th of July was complete. Thank you all for watching, and happy 250th birthday, America. And here we have our completed United States American flag themed CNC Butler Tray. And for now, it is finished because I truly do not know how I want to go about finishing this project. Please let me know your ideas down in the comments below. I was originally just going to clear coat it, then I thought about staining it a very light shade of Minwax wood stain to still allow the grain textures to shine through, but for now we're leaving it completely natural how it was when we finished it earlier in the video. But for what it is for an experiment, I think it came out great, and it's a great way to celebrate America's birthday tomorrow, which is the 4th of July, and also America's 250th anniversary. Again, as I said at the beginning of the video, we done a patriotic scroll saw project from start to finish on Monday. We done a patriotic themed 4th of July project on Wednesday over on the laser, and now on Friday we have made this small CNC Butler Tray over on the Next Wave CNC machine using tools today, straight 1/4 inch carving bits. It took the CNC around 35 minutes to do everything. I know some of the angles in here for a 1/4 inch bit was probably a little too tight, but the CNC machine done a phenomenal job carving everything out, and you can see everything here in the cavity where it cut out the material looks nice, sharp, and crisp, and you can easily tell what it is, especially if you flip it over without any of the details. It is the profile of the good old United States of America. Happy birthday, America. But really, really cool. Then we took it over to the Rikon scroll saw, and that is one thing I like to do to prolong the life of the spoil boards over here on the CNC machine, and that is leave a lip all the way around the profile perimeter. You can see it there. It's kind of like a tiered area, but then I took it over to the Rikon scroll saw, and I used a thicker than normal scroll saw blade to cut everything out in case I got into some of the thicker material. Again, this is an 1.5 inch thick of material, so the number 5 ultra reverse tooth blades that I love to use over at the scroll saw would not have been appropriate. And then we went over to the drill press with the sanding mop. We went to the spindle sander and done the initial sanding to flush everything up. And then I took it over to the Tukai 40-watt diode laser engraver, and it done a great job doing this US flag perimeter on it, or engraving on it, that I found online. I think I picked it up off of Etsy. I can't remember. I've picked up so many designs from so many different places. Some of them are free, some of them are paid for. I mean, that's just how it is when you're wanting to collect designs, to make them and bring them to life on a YouTube channel. But I could have spent a little bit more time over on the camera and everything, stretching it to fill everything out, especially up here in the state of Maine, where Stephen King lives and all of the horror activities go on in his books. But we live somewhere right in this area, in the heart of North Carolina crew. But I think, again, for what it is, being a woodworking experiment, it came out phenomenal. Again, just in time for the 4th of July. And please, again, let me know what your ideas for finishing the project would be down in the comments below. Now, when I originally designed this file here, I had 2 of the same board. It was a long board. I ran it through the thickness planer to get it a uniform thickness and nice, flat, and smooth for CNC use. And then I cut it in half, so I had 2 of these made. I made one the day before I filmed this video, you know, just to test the file to see if there was any kinks I needed to work out over at the computer. And here was the first one we made. I actually done the outside release cut on this one while the laser engraver was engraving the good old US of A. So here you see one as soon as it comes off of the machines. It's not even fully sanded yet. But I want to talk about options and versatility. Of course, this is a Butler tray. It's meant to put like your stuff at the end of a long day in. There is my Swiss Army knife, my hand sanitizer, and I don't have my keys in my pocket right now, but I have my flash drive with all of my laser files on it because I have to take them back and forth from the main computer to the laptop to transfer them. But I could put all that in it after the end of a long day, and I know with assurance where everything will be the next morning when I get up. But instead of engraving the American flag, you could engrave, and this was an idea I was thinking about when I was watching the laser engraver going. Of course, I had on the safety UV goggles, being as safe as possible. But you could laser etch each of the 48 continental United States here, and maybe if you wanted to, engrave and fill in. This is called fill engraving here, but you could do a line engraving for all of the states and then engrave the states like that you have visited or you want to visit or you have family living in. So I could like have done the profile of North Carolina here and filmed it in, and then I could have done South Carolina because some of my family and friends live in both states. You know, just the idea there. And of course, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is my favorite place to take vacation. So options and versatility here. And then also you could go in with the CNC machine. They are so versatile to have. I know they're an expensive tool to have out in a garage or workshop, but they are so versatile. If you remember when the US state quarters came out, my late grandmother, God bless her, she made a book of all 50 US states quarters and give one to me and give one to my 2 little cousins, which was her grandkids and great-grandkids, you know. So that would be an option here. You could make this bigger and do little circles to fit some collectible coins in, especially if they were made in America, so to speak, or rare collectible coins for the US. And I also know you could make these and do beer bottle caps. I know a lot of people collect those. You could do one like where each beer is native to. You know, here in North Carolina we have the Red Oak Brewery, and then downtown we have the Burlington Beer Works. So that would be another option, you know, just thinking outside of the box here, which is what I always try to do and encourage over here on the YouTube channel. But here you see the one we made from start to finish today, and here you see the one I made yesterday as a test. And I made it in the same exact way by having that little lip all the way around. to prolong the life of the spoil board. And the reason the walls are so thick here is because I used a 1/4 inch bit from Tools Today for all of the carving from start to finish, as you've seen in today's video. If I would have just used the 1/4 inch bit to do the hogging out carving process of the cavity and then switched to a smaller bit to do the profile cut, which would release it from the waste wood, I could have potentially made these walls a little bit thinner. And because of the shape and the profile of the US of A, I could not take it over to the router table to round over everything. That's why we done a lot of hand sanding using good old-fashioned elbow grease to get everything nice and smooth. But all in all, a great morning's work out here in the workshop. And keep in mind, crew, I know I'm going to get some comments. There is several different ways to use each and every tool out in your garage or workshop. I'm just using the methods that work for me as of the time of this video's recording. I hope to continue learning different tricks over on the CNC machine, and when I do, I always like to document it and show you all, because I'm excited to share what I know and pass the knowledge along. But I know I could have probably done it better over at the laser, over at the scroll saw, which is the tool I'm most familiar with. And of course, I could have probably brought this to life in a totally better way over here on the CNC machine. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, and let me know what you think of our United States of America American flag theme Butler tray that we made out here today, crew. That's going to be about all for this one, crew. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you'll click that subscribe button and follow me across all my social media feeds under the Artisan Pirate name. As always, links to contact me, as well as all my social media feeds, will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. That's about all for this one, crew. And remember, if I can make it or do it, so can you all. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care. Happy 4th of July and happy birthday, America. And I'll see you all real soon.